Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, my name is Claus Kropp, and I'm the manager of the so-called Lauresham Laboratory for Experimental Archaeology, an archaeological open-air museum and research site in southern Germany. It is with great pleasure that I'm able to introduce to you today a newly founded cooperation project on an international scale we've been working on for about a year now, which is called A Year on the Field. And I see it as a perfect possibility of transnational and interdisciplinary cooperation, and I hope you enjoy this short introduction. By means of an introduction, let me now first comment on this particular slide you see now. We have a series of 6 pictures, and this seems like we want to show the broad variety of different possibilities to plow farmland around the world, and that is certainly true. We have both tractor-powered farms of the 21st century as well as ox or horse-powered farms in the 21st century, but also living history farms in the US represented here, as well as an archaeological open-air museum, be it Lauresham in this case. All of this seems like a lot of differences. Different implements used, different power sources used, but what brings all of these different depicted farm operations and museum contexts together is a year on the field. The main goal of A Year in the Field in this case is to document every single step of both the cultivation as well as the processing of a particular field crop. This still ongoing year, we were focusing and still are focusing on common wheat, for example, and we will start focusing on flax this upcoming fall. So therefore we have growers on one hand that will document every single step of their cultivation, which implements they used, what kind of seeds they used. But also we have manufacturers, we have craftsmen, we have researchers that will contribute to a single particular aspect of the cultivation or the processing process. And therefore we get an really interesting and deep insight in different techniques and skills around the globe. First, I want to highlight the global scope of this project. When I look at who joined the project already, I can happily say that we not only have contributing growers from Canada and the United States, as well as from Colombia, for example, meaning basically both North and South America, but also a broad set of different growers within Europe, but also Asia, including India. This means we will also be able to have a deeper look in different traditional growing techniques around the globe when it comes to wheat, differences which also influence the yield at the end of the cultivation cycle, differences that are connected to power source availabilities, for example. So we couldn't be more happy that with this first year on the field, this case study with common wheat, we already have that global scale we intended to have for this project. Another really interesting aspect of the project is the diacronic perspective we are able to follow up on. We have, as I already said, a set of archaeological open-air museums on board as well as living history farms, and all of these institutions have one thing in common. They try to reconstruct, construct, or showcase different farming techniques in different eras, in different time periods. So with the project team as it is now, we can already focus on at least 3,000 years of wheat cultivation and processing. And this is really fascinating, as we will see so many different overlapping technologies, innovations, and other aspects, which make this such a vast and a very deep source of knowledge, which can be derived from all these different sites. Let me start on that next slide by telling you a little anecdote from our first project meeting we had a couple of months ago. When we were introducing ourselves to each other, many of the group members, including me, were really stunned to see all of these different backgrounds and professions, as well as different regions of the world represented in this video call. And it was then that we realized this amazing opportunity we have with this project to actually bring together all of the before said, all of these different views and ideas and professions, and make all of these people talk to each other and with each other, maybe for the first time ever. So this project became a networking project right from the beginning. And I am very proud that we managed to bring in some of the really large umbrella organizations around the globe, be it ELFM, be it IMA or EXARC, bring them in as partner for the projects, because all of them represent different aspects of possible project partners, be it living history farms, be it archaeological open air museums, or be it museums as a total and farming museums. And what we have now is these organizations as engines to bring in their members and associated members to contribute to this project, and also as organizations to talk to each other. And I think when we use this great gift we have with this question and this focus on common weed and a year in the field and everything which involves this, we can really create an extraordinary opportunity of deep networking, which can strengthen not only these associations now involved, but also the individual project members. There is another aspect I really want to highlight now, and that is the role of documenting and preserving skills within our project. We realized right from the beginning that many of these documented skills, farming skills, are not just something from the past when it comes to historic farming, but many of these techniques preserved and well documented now can also be of value for today and even tomorrow's sustainable agriculture. So we can use our intensive work with each other to influence the shaping of our future. On this last slide, I finally want to talk with you about how we as a project engage with the public and how we try to share our discussions as well as our insights we gained in the project's months that have already passed. We try to do this using different channels, and the core unit for sure is our website, which is www.yearonthefield.net. We have a blog on that website that will bring out every other week new contributions from the project members as well from the project itself, and we also share our new blog posts on various social media channels, be it Instagram or Facebook. We also plan a set of conferences and workshops and public talks about this project. And finally, we're already thinking about a publication of the results of that project, but that is future music, so to speak, and it'll take us a few years to really get all the data together to have a publication on that. So for now, we would be happy to keep in touch with you, start a discussion, and maybe even have you join the project. As I already said, we're now still focusing on wheat, but we will start focusing on flax this upcoming fall. So thank you for your attention, and I'm already looking for possible contributions from your side in the discussion to follow. Thank you.